Hi, welcome to JTV's Game of the Week. We got Jackson Liberty Boys Soccer versus Point Pleasant Beach High School Boys Soccer. I'm Emma Canis.
And I'm Steve Ifantis.
And today we're going to have a great game. It's the Liberty's senior night tonight, so at halftime you'll be able to, see that. We got our seniors tonight, Yendi Batista, Elton Kenka, Ethan Garcia, Juan Alves, Yusuf Takawi, and Evan Weiskopf. We're going to go down that list, have a little ceremony for them. Senior night's such an important night for all the boys here.
I always used to love senior night too, especially when I used to play at Memorial. Because it was very nice. It was just like everyone's together. It's just like senior night. It's also that one night where just like the seniors are finally like graduating, but they've done their duty for the team, and now thank you for all that you've done. It's pretty cool.
Yeah, it's a nice farewell to them. They've been through a lot. Especially COVID. I feel like the sports teams really suffered, and some teams just powered through, kept going, and they're commemorating that. They're commemorating all those hours they put into practice, the games, everything that they've done, and it's just a nice little farewell to them.
Mm-hmm.
It's a coin toss.
I'm also kind of glad that we can finally have fans back in the stands again.
I know.
All that stuff, because I remember last couple of games we haven't had that many fans, but now we're starting to get back to having fans again. I used to like that, hearing them, because that's really what fans are doing. They got to keep the game going and all that stuff. Like having fans takes control of the game, and it's a different game without fans.
Yeah, they really add that extra pop to the games, I guess you could say. Hearing them cheer on the team just adds so much to everything. I see some people from, Liberty here, some teenagers here coming to support their friends, siblings, anything like that. So, hopefully they're loud, hopefully they're fun.
And I know Jackson's going to be on the right side to start off with, and Point Pleasant's going to be on the left side. But I don't know who's got the ball first.
Yeah, I'm unsure.
I think the way that Jackson was coming out of the huddle, I think they lost the coin toss. So Point Pleasant got the ball first, and then Jackson got the side pick, but I could be wrong.
Yeah, I'm not 100% sure right now, so we'll see. See how it turns out.
And also, that sun tonight is going to be brutal tonight, because
oh my gosh,
Jackson, that goalie keeper, is going to have his son in his face the entire way. If I was Jackson, I would have tried to got that left side, have the back to your son, because by the time second half comes around, the sun might be down a little more, because it's going to be around 7 o'clock, and the sun sets around 7 o'clock this year. It's starting now. So
yeah, definitely. You never want that sun in your eyes, and even if you could let it get down as far as you possibly can, the first half being 40 minutes, the sun will basically be down by the time halftime comes around.
Mm-hmm.
Playing a game under the lights is a lot different than playing a game during sunset.
Because the lights are they're not directly in your face. They're more of just more for the field, not in your face. Like that sun is just going to be right in that goalkeeper's face, and that's the one thing I always used to hate as a goalkeeper.
Yeah. Because, when you got the high balls coming in, it just stinks to have that sun blinding you as you're trying to find the ball, and it allows for a lot of goals. So let's see if, Point Pleasant uses that to their advantage, because it looks like Liberty is going on the right side of the field, meaning their goalie, Yendi Batista, will be face-to-face with the sun while it's setting.
And there is Point Pleasant right there. Just see, now that's Jackson. Jackson will be the color red today and blue, and Point Pleasant will be white.
You can see our captains have the pink armbands for Breast Cancer Awareness Month. I know Liberty is a big support of all cancer research. We were having a little fundraiser type thing for childhood cancer, the boys basketball team. You were able to put, extra change or whatever else into water jugs to raise money for childhood cancer awareness.
That's good.
Yeah.
By now we should get rid of at least a way to have to protect ourselves against cancer, and cancer is just very sad. And I hope to never one of my family members, brother or sister, ever has to go through that of cancer. And I've had some family members that have unfortunately passed from cancer, and it's just not fun.
Not at all. Not at all.
So hopefully, with a lot of this new research that we're finding, thanks to COVID, with all this stuff that we're finding out about COVID, maybe we can use that towards cancer and all that stuff. And
yeah, definitely.
Maybe find a vaccine or cure or something like that to finally eradicate it from the earth.
Yep. Looks like we're getting ready to start. Whistle just blew, and
game is underway.
Liberty's passing the ball around on their side of the field. Not sure if that was a accidental or on purpose slide tackle. Liberty starts right off the bat with some nice passes around Elton Kenka, able to keep it in and pass it down the sidelines to Evan Weisskopf, I believe.
Nice pass in the middle. No, nice give and go there. It's going to get intercepted by Point Pleasant as Jackson's fighting for the ball in the center of the field. Point Pleasant's going to keep it and just going to boot it right out of bounds towards Liberty's side of the field.
Nice throw in, number 23. Throws it back, and Liberty's able to hold on to it, passing it around their defensive zone. Trying to get Point Pleasant to get rid of all their stamina and get them to try to run around a little bit. But the ball goes back to Point Pleasant, and now it goes out for a Point Pleasant throw-in. Number 13 is going to take that. Colin Hutton. Nice defensive moves by Liberty, and it's going to go right back for a throw-in.
Youssef Takaway with the defensive play there.
Ball hits off of a Liberty player, goes right to Point Pleasant, and goes in for a shot, but Batista's able to collect it, allowing his team to, get set up and move up the field now. Good strong punt, heading right before midfield. Nice volley over. Attempt at a give and go, but it's unsuccessful. Point Pleasant's able to collect it. Passes it quickly away to Liberty. Liberty takes it up and is near the Point Pleasant 18, but that gets cleared up to the 50. Liberty's doing a pretty good job today. Passing-wise, they're getting those passes, collecting those passes. It's going to be a Liberty throw-in. Nice, simple throw-in. However, Point Pleasant collects it and is running up the field. Liberty attempting a defensive move, and it's successful.
Evan Weisskopf there with the defensive move there.
Nice.
Number 21.
Liberty passes it up the field and is able to block it from, being cleared. That was a rough, 50-50 ball. That was, couldn't really see that all too well, but it seemed.
They both went up for the head, and just the heavier one
yeah.
stayed on his feet.
Yeah, Liberty got unlucky with that one. It was a little head collision. It's going to be a free kick. Number 9, Elton Kenka, is going to take it. He has a goal-scoring opportunity, but, sometimes you don't want to take that, and you just kind of want to drop it in to allow your teammates to score. Let's see what he chooses to do here.
Sometimes for the hardest for a goalkeeper is dropping in all in the middle of that, for all that confusion. You don't know where the ball is, and next thing you know, it's in the back of the net.
It's going to be a low kick. Point collects it, but looks like Liberty keeps going, and as Elton Kenka runs up the field.
Nice defense, nice save.
And
goal!
It's a Liberty goal. Not sure who scored that.
I think that was.
Ethan Garcia, I believe.
Ethan Garcia, I believe.
Nice. Celebrating senior night tonight, so.
There you go. There's the fans already.
We're going to go to a replay. Let's see if we could see who that is. Nice moves by Elton Kenka, allowing for that. Yeah, that is Ethan Garcia. That was a perfect shot.
I love our new replay graphic today.
I know. We were talking about it before.
That soccer ball, it looks pretty cool because it's a game of soccer. You should have a ball making the replay instead of our old turbine.
Yeah.
Just change things up.
Yeah, definitely. Score is 1-0 now with Liberty scoring. Ball's in the Liberty defensive zone being passed around. Ball's cleared up to around midfield on the far side. Being passed around once again. Looks like Liberty's, again, doing an amazing job with their passes today.
Pass to Youssef.
Yeah. A little bit of a follow-through, like not a follow-through, excuse me. A little bit of a lead there, but beautiful cross, but no one's able to get their body on it. However, Liberty keeps trying and is doing pretty good at it, too. Nice save by the Point Pleasant goalkeeper, Thomas Schulter.
Soccer is a game about passing, in my opinion.
Yeah.
It's all passing and moving without the ball. And right now, Liberty is moving without the ball and is getting very good passes. Point Pleasant passes are okay, but Jackson is just there to intercept. There we go.
Yeah, there we go. Some defensive skills by Elton Kenka. Pass to number 21. I believe that's Evan Weiskopf. Nice lead to number 16. Cross, but it is not going into the goal.
Youssef's just going to let that roll out of bounds, which is the right play there. You get a throw in here, you get to reset, and you get to put their defense right back on their toes.
Definitely.
That is to Ryan Petro. Oop, that is not our whistle.
I don't really know who that was. Probably one of the parents, just trying to cheer on their kid. Oop, a little bit of a
that's going to be a
play there.
Liberty kick?
I think so. That was a weird play. I don't really know what happened exactly, but I mean, hey, Liberty gets a free kick. We're going to look at a replay of that, actually.
I think they just both went down at the same time. Oh, he just stepped on his foot, I think.
Yeah, it was, step on a foot and then kind of rolled into their other leg. Nice, easy volley. Didn't see who was able to take it. Ball's coming pretty hot and heavy over to the commentator's booth.
You don't want a repeat of last time. We almost had a ball come right towards our face last week.
Yeah, it would have been.
The last soccer game, I should say, not last. Was it last week?
I think it was. No. No, it was Tuesday. It's going to be a goal kick. Thomas Schulter.
Here comes the kick.
Nice, simple, strong pass to his teammate, but it's going to be a Liberty throw-in. Youssef again taking the throw.
Will he win the Arms of the Week award? Remember on Tuesday I had my awards for the week?
Yeah. He doesn't have the arm of
like
the
Ryan
memorial.
Polkowski,
Yeah, he doesn't have the arm of the memorial boys, but he has the placement, and sometimes that's key. Nice pass over the heads of Point Pleasant. Point Pleasant throw-in. Change in direction from a header. Crossed in, but ball goes slightly out of bounds. I think you were able to see it on that camera work, actually, which was nice.
That is Nick Malangone taking the throw. Nice throw.
Nice
He might win the Arms of the game.
Yeah, definitely. Goes right to Elton Kenka, who passes it up to Ethan Garcia. Ethan tries to run. And it's going to be a point throw-in. You can't see the line very well. Definitely not because, sun It's a yellow line, and it's orange sun, so it's
You
probably
play to
gonna
hear the
use.
whistle, so if the whistle never gets blown, I'd still
Yeah.
kick that ball around. And
Yeah.
then if the whistle's blown, then you reset the play. But you
Yeah.
cannot be penalized if you never heard the whistle.
Yep. Exactly. You know, it could be counted as a
Handball or something
that
like that.
happened on the Tuesday
Yeah,
as
on
well.
Tuesday. Because technically the ball wasn't fully out of bounds, and that's the rule. The ball has to fully be out of bounds to be.
Yeah, it's the majority or the full ball, right?
I think it's 3/4 of the ball
Yeah.
has to be over the white line, and that was like a fourth, so that doesn't count.
I said weird hop, but hey,
Hop, skip, and a chop.
attempt at a cross
Oh.
by Evan Weisskopf, but unsuccessful. Hits off of the point player. I'm not 100% sure what happened, but it's
I think it was a handball, Ryan.
Got
I think
it.
it was number 8 on Liberty. He hit I think he bounced up, and I think he did like a
The
basketball dribble,
yeah,
and then he kicked it, and the ref was like, come on, you can't do a basketball dribble. But that wasn't as worse as the sky hook on on Tuesday.
That was kind of funny. It's going to be a free kick for Point Pleasant. It's a beautiful kick, landing right in the 18. Headed out by Liberty, but, you know, Point's able to collect it again. It's going back and forth. Point with some good offensive moves, and Liberty with some nice defensive moves.
Play to whistle. Play to the whistle. I always hated that other team when I used to play against, and like they always used to ref for the ref. It was like handball. It's like that's not a handball.
It's the ref's decision, not
Yeah.
yours. It's going to be a throw-in for Liberty on the far side over there.
You can't change the ref's mind.
Nope. You could try, but it won't work.
It has never worked, and it will never going to work. Like
Definitely not. Liberty looks like it has a free side over here. Kicks it right up the field. I believe that's Evan Weisskopf headed to Yusuf. The Point captain is able to get it out, though. Going to be a throw-in real quick to Ethan Garcia, who's going to, try to pass it, but looks like their feet got all tangled up, and it heads back out to Yusuf. Yusuf tries to cut away, but is unsuccessful, going to Point Pleasant right around the midfield line as Point Pleasant runs forward to the Liberty defensive zone.
now Liberty's gonna regain it back into Point Pleasant's gonna intercept it back into the neutral zone to push it back into Memorial zone. Liberty zone. I'm sorry, I got my Memorial brain on right now.
Looks like Point Pleasant really got their passes together now, and looks like they're like almost passing around the Liberty defense. Spoke too soon. Liberty defense is able to collect it, trying to pass it up the sidelines, and is successful. They're able to complete a pass. As I can't see who that is from over here, as the Liberty player runs up the sidelines. However, he's unable to shoot. It's going to be a corner. It's going to be a corner for
kick,
Liberty.
yeah.
Looks like there's, a little touch out by the Point Pleasant.
Soccer is always a game of momentum, passing, and moving without the ball. That's the one thing I forgot about soccer. That's all soccer, and that's going to be a short pass, but it's going to get intercepted by Point Pleasant, and Point Pleasant's just going to take their time because it's got a 4-on-2 right now.
Goalkeeper,
Really up.
Andy Batista's coming out. He's pretty good with his feet. Most goalies can't really have control over that ball, but he's pretty good at it from the past games that we've seen. Liberty has it right outside their own 18, attempts to pass it up, but it goes to one of the 2 Point Pleasant players. Say that 5 times fast. Liberty volleys it up to Ethan Garcia. Looks like there's another leg tangle over there. Pass back to the Point goalkeeper, and he clears it up.
It's just an advantage, getting back to what you said, that you have a goalkeeper that can use his legs as well. It's just an advantage because that's an extra man. You really on a soccer field, you have like 10 people plus the goalkeeper, but when that goalkeeper can use his legs, you really truly have 11 people on that field.
It's great.
And it's just nice to have an extra defender back there a lot that you can move up so your defenders don't have to be hanging back to protect.
Definitely.
And that's going to be called offsides on Liberty.
It's hanging out around the corner over there. I'm not sure if you guys saw that, but there was a bunch of attempts by Liberty to get it into that 6-yard box, but it was unsuccessful. You know, they were pretty close, but eventually it ended up being called offsides. We got the goalkeeper taking that kick right around the 18, would you say?
I'd say more like the 12. It's more of like by the penalty penalty mark. It's like there's the 6, there's the 18. It's more like by the 12.
It's a big kick heading right into midfield area. Being deflected off point for some Liberty. It's being deflected off both point and Liberty now, you know, being kicked into the other's legs.
It's the one thing I didn't like about soccer. Like, football is so easy. It's like, it's every 10 yards, every 5 yards. There's always a line every that. Soccer, it's 6, 18, 12,
it's
50.
Odd,
it's like,
right?
It's very odd. It's like, and then the arc goes to the 23. So it's like, why not just use whole numbers? Like,
I know, like, just make it easier.
Like, what's the difference between 23 and 20? Like, what's the difference?
All right, go ahead, Red.
Yeah.
Wait for me.
It's going to be a red sub.
Number 11 going in, that is Adel Garcia. Coming out is, I can't tell.
I'm not sure who that is.
He does look like number
number
6. That is James Capucci. He was holding his hamstring area, so maybe hopefully that's not anything to be concerned about, but
Hopefully it's just, you know, sore muscle cramping type deal going on. Nice throw. Point Pleasant's able to secure it, and they're passing around the midfield area, trying to get into that Liberty defensive zone.
got to keep putting pressure. If I'm Liberty here, you got to keep putting pressure on Point Pleasant, because we've seen Point Pleasant, they have the speed up top. If they get one lucky bounce going their way, this game could easily be tied up. So Point Pleasant, Liberty's got to keep the pressure on Point Pleasant.
Definitely.
It has no chance of scoring.
Just because they're up by 1 now doesn't mean that it's going to stay that way forever. Goalkeeper Andy Batista gets the ball and is going to most likely do a punt out now. You know, Batista's pretty good. He's had some amazing plays in games past, and I don't expect anything less from him today. Yusuf using his body there, trying to defend that ball, and gets passed back to Liberty's defense. Point Pleasant goes for a jab, but is unsuccessful.
Good pass up by Nick Malagone. Oh, unlucky. Nice save in, but it's going to go out of bounds, unfortunately. That was a good play there by Liberty, but unfortunately just took the wrong bounce. That's usually soccer. If sometimes it bounces right, that maybe could be a breakaway. If it bounces left, it's out of bounds. So that's a lot of sports. That it just, you got to win the bounces, and sometimes you can't win them.
Doesn't help that Liberty Field is full of little holes.
Isn't this field used by the football field? So don't they tear that up? I guarantee you they tear that football field up.
Yep, every single sport uses this field, so it's seen better days. We're gonna have a point throw in. Easy throw, and Elton Kenka moves to defend it. Successful, passes it up the field. Liberty's playing the long ball, but no one is. Ooh, that was a nice shot right into the chest from Ethan Garcia. That gotta hurt.
With a little just under 22 minutes remaining in the second half, first half of play, I should say. I'm already in second half mode. Like,
Steve's ready to get out of here. Switching the thrower. Point just did a sub. Not sure who went in, not sure who went out. Couldn't tell. But it's nice to see some fresh legs out here.
Soccer's kind of like hockey, where you kind of have to kind of put fresh legs in, but in like professional soccer, you got to be smart about it, because if you get subbed out, you're not coming back in professional soccer. So you kind of have to use those subs to your advantage.
Looks like it was almost a point breakaway, but amazing defensive move. I'm not.
I think that was number 20.
is one of, yeah, he's right in the middle there. Can't really see his number.
If it was number 20, it was Nick
20-something.
Malangone. If it was the other one, I believe it's 21. It was Evan Weiskopf. So it was one of those two. I'm going to give them both the credit
Yeah.
because they were both there.
Yeah, sorry we can't see that far. I don't have great vision. Nice long ball.
Nice ball to Evan. Ethan, I should say.
But Point's defense is able to get there just slightly before Liberty is amazing long ball, though. That was impressive. It's going to be a throw-in for Liberty by Evan Weiskopf.
Now, also, this sun is starting to go down now. It's going to start getting colder, too. So that could be an effect on this game because, like, the perfect temperature to play soccer is about 60 to 70 degrees. When that sun goes down, it's going to drop to, like, the mid-50s. So this could be a different game in the second half when that sun goes down and when it starts to get colder because the players might be, like, a little more hesitant to get to that ball. Like,
it's going to be kind of sluggish. Your muscles, they start to tense up. There's a free kick from Liberty. It was a short pass, too. Tried to play that long ball, but it's unsuccessful. Elton Kenka is able to grab it, though.
Nice move.
Yeah, playing a very strong defense and offense today. A slide tackle, completely legal by Point. Elton takes a minute to get up, but is still moving. He has a leg brace on, so let's hope he's okay. He's been, showing a lot of skill this game so far.
Ooh. Hate that when you hit your own teammate. It's like, get out of the way! But I can't get out of the way! It's like you kind of hate that sometimes.
Someone wide open on the wide. Ooh,
he's on
amazing!
sides.
Oh, that was so close.
Just a bad first touch. If that first touch was a tiny bit closer, and
Yeah.
these bugs are everywhere, they're starting to bite
I
me.
know.
That's why I wore pants today.
Smart. Yeah, it's a nice attempt by Ethan Garcia. He's had some really nice runs, even though he hasn't been able to, collect any. He's doing really good and trying his hardest to get there in time. He had a goal earlier. He was the scorer so far. It's going to be a Point kick. We're going to go to a replay just to see that foul. It's a little, don't even know what you would call that. Just a little half body fold over someone's leg.
Maybe he was calling a high kick there because the kick
Probably.
did get higher. The kick can't go higher than the shoulder blades. The foot was pretty close to the shoulder blades. Maybe that was a high kick.
Yeah, and Point just ended up falling over that. Completely
Sometimes you got to
understandable.
milk that, and you get a free kick out of it sometimes. I'm
Nice.
not saying he did milk it, but sometimes that's usually a lot of sports. Soccer, basketball, football. Sometimes you got to milk the flop to get the call. Like, that's
Ethan Garcia made a good run, but it got kicked out by Point as they try again. I've noticed that some of the passes are becoming incomplete around the Point's defense. I don't know if you agree or see something else.
No, I'm agreeing with you that the Liberty's passes have been off for the last 10 minutes, I'm going to say. Like 10 minutes after they scored that goal, their passes really haven't been the best passes. I think they're trying to force it too much.
Yeah.
They are trying to force the long ball too much. When you have the short option open, like if they play more short, that's how they got that goal because they played 6 short passes. The goalie didn't know where the ball was, and one person put it right in the back of the net because that's how you do it. So.
Yeah, definitely. Their passes have been pretty consistent defensively and around the midfield area, but there just seems to be a slight disconnect in the forward position.
And sometimes that would happen when you play short. Now I have to play long. That doesn't make sense. There's maybe short, then a mid pass. Like they're just trying to force it too much, in my opinion, and that could be an advantage, but that could also be a disadvantage. And right now, it's certainly a disadvantage for Liberty.
Definitely, I agree. This ball being kicked around kind of by both teams evenly right now. Liberty has that chance, they take it, unsuccessful. Point has that chance, unsuccessful.
And I'm also saying, with the long ball, they don't have anyone up top. Point Pleasant has 3 people back, and Liberty has 1. So if you play the long ball, he's got to go through 3 people plus the goalkeeper to get to get through to a goal. So it's not the greatest situation for the long pass here. If you're gonna have 4 people up against 3 defenders, yeah, do the long pass because it's 4-on-3. But now we're back to live. Oh, nice save by. Oh, it went out of bounds. From here, that looked like it stayed in, but
Yeah.
he's got a way better view than I do.
Definitely. Yeah, even though Ethan Garcia showed off his speed today, it's kind of hard to beat 3 defenders from point. And the point defenders have been really consistent and really good today.
It's not the easiest in the world to beat 3 defenders. I don't think even some of the best professional soccer players can beat the 3 defenders.
Yeah, no.
You could beat 2. You could definitely beat 2, but because you juke one out, you juke the other one out, but the third one's like, you're not juking me.
Yeah, no.
Like,
Especially if they hang back farther. It's a throw back by point and then kicked up the field. The ball looked like it was out from my view, but oh, yep, it's being called out. It's going to be a Liberty throw-in. Lines are kind of hard to see, especially the side yellow lines. Looks like the field is better painted for football.
All right, boys. Ball's in on Red's throw. Let's play.
I was about to say, for homecoming, then I realized homecoming's at Memorial this year. Last year was at Liberty.
See, Memorial and Liberty's homecomings are different. Memorial always does the Big Cat game. Yeah. So, you know, Memorial always does homecoming
For the Big Cat.
for the Big Cat game, but Liberty never does. Not sure why, but this year Liberty's homecoming is on the 8th. It's Liberty versus Lacey, I believe it is. Homecoming dance is on the 9th for Liberty, that is. And then Memorials is going to be on the 14th. Oh, Shore Regional, excuse me,
And Memorial's going to be the next Friday, the 15th.
for the Big Cat game.
They
right?
should change it every year. They should change it. Like, be like, yo, Liberty gets this game, get the Big Cat, and then Memorial gets the Big Cat. Like, they should change it
They
almost
do.
every
They
year.
do.
Uh-huh.
Liberty had it last year, but you know, COVID, there was very limited audience.
Yeah.
All good.
Nice ball through the middle, and it's just going to get intercepted by Point Pleasant to just boot it right back. See, that's what their defense is. Basically, it's the same defense. Just boot it deep. Just boot it deep. And sometimes that could be an advantage because especially when you're down players in the back, you just want to boot it, reset. But especially like Point Pleasant had 5 people back there. They could have kept possession because if you keep possession, I should say, it's a different game. The other team can't score if you have possession of the ball.
Definitely. You know, even now it looks like Liberty's just kind of passing it around, but you know, sometimes they get a pretty good chance. Keeper calls very loudly for it and grabs it, throws it right out, right simple pass.
Nice interception there.
Yeah, Elton Kenk is able to grab it, and Point grabs it right back. Kicks it right up the sidelines.
Just under 13 minutes left to play in this second and first half of play. I keep why do I keep thinking it's the second? I don't know why. I'll get that. And then I'll call the second half the first half.
Yeah.
That's what I usually do.
Or the third half even. Oh my gosh. The third half. Liberty has
So that's 1.5. I don't think that's like overtime.
Yeah. Ooh, nice behind pass. Shot by Liberty. Ethan Garcia was going for that second goal, but is unsuccessful.
We do have a player down. Nope, he's just...
We're going to look at that almost second goal by Ethan Garcia. That was nice, but the goalie save was
And
great.
we're back live now, and Liberty's already back out of the goalie keeper again. Still in. Like, that's a good idea to boot because you had a player coming right at you. Just reset. Get the ball out, reset, so you can reset your defense.
And, you know, hopefully even the forwards can
Do something
grab
with
it. And, yeah, nice.
Nice move by number 11. That is Adele Garcia.
And goes out of bounds for a
Corner
kick.
I didn't see it hit a white player, but...
Probably just one of those, like, you know, awkward taps. They're setting up for a corner kick. You know, last time Liberty did that short kick, unsuccessful, but good idea, you know, trying to change it up.
Here comes the kick.
shorter kick goes kind of right there. It's going to be a second corner. Yep, looks like it's going to be another corner. Got number 11 taking that.
Del Garcia.
The other Garcia, they are not related. Nice one. Ooh, goes right to the head. Keeper grabs it. Good collect by the keeper, allowing them to hold on to the ball and allowing Point to gain possession. Liberty tries to stop that, but is unsuccessful. Goes to Point as they pass it.
Most people don't believe this, that soccer is one of the most dangerous sports in the world.
Yeah.
Because you have no padding, and people are going up for headers against other heads, and it's just like, it's not a good recipe for good. And I think it's going to be called a handball on Liberty.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, I completely agree. Jackson actually made a ruling a few years ago, I think it was, that you have to wear head padding, like a headband. Head padding band. I don't really know what to call it, but they had to wear that for a little bit when they were younger, so
I do
try to
know
minimize concussions.
in MOSA, the Monmouth County Soccer, whatever MOSA stands for, I think it's Monmouth County Soccer Association. I believe that's what it stands for. You're not allowed to head until you become U13.
Yeah.
So until you have 11 people on the field at all times, you can't head the ball. It's a foul, and the other team gets a free kick.
Huh. Interesting.
But they're allowed to high kick. So it's kind of weird. So you could stick your foot up to basically kick someone in the face, but you can't head the ball. It's like, at some ages it makes sense, but some ages it doesn't. Like U7, you should not be able to head.
No, that's way too young. Way too young. Not sure if you could see it from the cameras, but in that other shot, the sky's looking really cool right now. It's reaching that sunset, so the sun's
Like
no
golden
longer.
sun, kind of.
Yeah, the sun's no longer in the goalie's eyes, but the sky's looking pretty cool. It's going to be a goal kick.
That is
Allende Batista, goalkeeper for Liberty. One of the captains, you can see by his armband.
usually the goalkeeper is the captain, usually, because he mans the field. Usually your center defender, your goalkeeper, and your top scorer is usually the captains.
Yeah, you always got to have someone, either the goalie or a strong defensive player to be a captain, because they can really lead the field.
And the goalie sees everything the best because he's the guy back, and then the center defender is like the second best guy because he can't see anything behind him besides the goalie. So
Exactly. It's going to be a throw-in for Liberty. I can't see that far.
I'm like squinting to see the number.
It's a nice nice throw-in. Excuse me.
Nice ball to number 21. That is Evan Watoski.
Weiskopf.
Thank you.
I don't know if you saw that, but Ethan Garcia was slightly offsides, came back, and then went back onside so he could be played the ball. Nice attempt at keeping it by Evan Weiskopf, but it is kicked out of bounds for a Liberty throw-in.
Offsides is when you're behind the player. It was like, so say the defender is like at the 18 and you're behind them, that's offsides because you have to stay even with the ball or you have to stay even with the last defender. The goalkeeper does not count as a defender, so you can't hang behind the goalie. So you can't hang behind the defender and the goalie. That does not count. It's the defender. Because the one year they didn't write that rule and everyone was like, I'm just going to chill right here. And they just booted right over the defenders and I have a free goal. Like,
there you go. It's nice passes by Liberty, but the defense is able to collect it. Don't know if you saw that weird bounce, but that's exactly what we were talking about before. Those weird bounces that don't really go anywhere, just kind of stop.
Youssef, it's going to stay in.
If he's able to use his body to kind of deflect that, it's real skill. Quick pass and then pass back. Point obtains the ball, kicks it right out of bounds.
Soccer is one of those sports where height really doesn't matter. Like basketball, height is everything.
Oh, definitely.
But soccer is one of those sports where like height is, if you have it, it's nice. But if you don't have it, you don't need it. Like it's just like one of those things where if you got height and you could jump and get a header, that's beautiful. But But if you have no footwork, you're kind of like, why do I want you? So like, height in basketball though is if you're 7 foot tall. Oh yeah, you're my center. Like you're gonna block the goal. You're gonna block the basket all the time. So so height is sometimes an advantage in soccer, but it's not always an advantage in soccer.
Yeah, in soccer you just got to be fast and have good footwork. That's all.
You don't even have to be fast as long as you got good footwork.
Yeah, true.
And you could beat anybody. Yeah, you don't even have to be fast. I mean, speed of course
always
helps in every sport. Especially when you're going 120 yards back and forth. Yeah. Like.
Yeah. There's been a lot of back and forth in the point half recently. Ball's being played around. And, of course, right as I said that, the ball goes over to the Liberty side. And right back to point.
That is Ethan.
Ethan Garcia going for a second goal today, but Point kicks it out. Reaching the 5-minute mark. There's about 5 minutes left in the game. 5 minutes until senior night.
Just a reminder, keep tuned in right after this. Right, we're not cutting. We're gonna after halftime. It is senior night. If I could speak, I knew what I wanted to say, but I couldn't say it. It's gonna be senior night. We're gonna do it immediately right after halftime. So make sure you keep watching to watch the 6 seniors that are graduating for Liberty tonight. So
yeah, it's gonna be a nice, little ceremony, and of course we're gonna stream it. Why wouldn't we? I think whoever is working that, the clock thinks that soccer is a stoppage sport because they're about 45 seconds off. But they're not. Soccer's not a stoppage sport. It keeps going.
The only time it should stop is for injury, and even then it doesn't even stop usually.
Yeah, unless it's really bad, it doesn't stop. You just add adage time. Ball's being passed around. Liberty holds on to it in the Point Pleasant zone. Number 11 with those moves. Passes it in.
Oh!
Ooh! It's a nice catch by the goalkeeper.
Will all Liberty senior parents start to make their way down to the balloons, please?
Not sure if you guys heard that over our ambient mics. It was kind of loud. They just called all the senior parents down to accompany the senior boys out tonight.
It's always nice to give a nice present. Oh, we got a breakaway here. And we're going to keep it. Here comes the cross. It's going to go out of bounds, and I believe it's going to be a corner kick. It's going to
be a corner. The girls' soccer team just got back. They won 2-1. I believe they were playing Point as well. So shout out to them for doing a good job tonight and obtaining that win. It's going to be a corner kick.
And I always love how the other, like the girls come support the boys and the boys go support the girls. Like that just shows like how close we are in Jackson, because I know some other schools that the boys really don't care about the girls and the girls don't really care about the boys, and it's kind of sad to say that, but yeah. I know in Jackson here, the boys are like required to go to at least 2 games and the girls are supposed to do the same. So it's
very supportive.
They have a good sense of family and community here in Jackson, which I really enjoy and like.
Definitely. The boys football team is having a game in Manchester tonight. The Liberty Boys, Liberty Boys football team's having an away game tonight at Manchester. And I know earlier, I still see them up there. Actually, we got some people dressed up for the orange zone for childhood cancer tonight that are going to Manchester basically right after this game. So, if you want to go to if you want to go see the sports, Liberty's definitely the place to be. It's being passed around. Point seems to be holding on to the ball, but it's still in their side. So
now the clock is right now about 2:43 remaining on the both clocks. So here we go. As Yusef's got the ball, he's gonna get intercepted by, and now Point Pleasant's gonna take it down. He's got space.
Yeah, and he's got the speed too. Ooh, nice.
Make? Is that a make through himself?
It was. I mean, when you do that though, it's an important skill to have, being able to play that ball and then grab it behind you. It's, in my personal opinion, it's a really cool move that's very helpful in high pressure situations like that. Liberty has the ball, passes it into the 18, headed out by point. And
Nice save by the goalkeeper.
it's a nice, nice attempt by Elton Kenka, but unsuccessful. Goalie's able to hold on to that. Got a little high five from the defender. We're gonna look back at that nice kick and then save. Ooh, that's got to be one of the toughest spots to hold on to. You know, toughest spots to save the ball from, but he was able to do it.
And Nick Malgone's just going to let that ball run out of bounds. No, he's not. It didn't unfortunately go out of bounds for him. And so he had to make that. The one thing I like about Nick Malgone, he has like this sky kick. It's kind of like weird. It's where he could like do kind of like a UK kick and just like boot it like straight. He's like very weird. I used to play with him on my soccer team. It's like very weird. I was a goalie. He was my center mid, so center defender. So I used to trust him with a lot of things. So it was kind of weird what he could always do and with that ball. It's very cool to see, but it was kind of weird at the same time that he could do like a complete U-turn and still kick the ball 85 yards in the air. It's like
it's cool. It's a good skill to have.
He might get the leg of the game.
We got Liberty holding on to the ball right around midfield as he looks to pass it up.
I'm Liberty here. I don't try to score, but if you can score, I would be great. But field goal.
Got a nice field goal by
3
Liberty.
points. That should be 3 points for Liberty. It should be 4-0. Change the score to 4-0, guys. No, don't. That's actually not the score.
He's got 23 seconds left in the game as Liberty's not the game. Oh my gosh, 20 seconds left of the half.
You got
turning
time.
into Steve.
You got time. I know 20 seconds sounds like a lot. Oh, okay. ND filter's going off there.
Oh, Yusuf
Swing and a
tried
miss.
for that big kick, but is unsuccessful. Tries again. Ethan grabs it.
Goal!
Oh, yeah!
With 0.3 seconds left on the clock, so it counts.
I apologize. That's not Ethan. That is number 6.
Jimmy Capuch. James Capuch, I should say.
James Capucci. Nice body spin and nice placement. That's a rough one to shoot.
He's like,
but
give me the hands. Give me the hands.
he
Give me
got
the
it.
hands. Technically, that time should have kept rolling. That time does not stop even after a goal. That time should have kept rolling. There
And
it is.
that is the game. That's
Half.
not the game.
Half.
Jeez, I'm turning into Steve. Wow. All right. Stay tuned in. We're going to do the parent senior night.
I do have a question for you, right?
Yes.
Since we got a little time before senior night starts, you know how Pele has the bicycle kick, right?
Yes.
And Maradona has the Maradona. So
Yeah.
who created the Meg? I can never find this. Like, I don't know who created the Meg. I wanted to ask you because, like, I don't know who did it. Like,
That is a good question.
like I've always like wondered, like, you got Meg, like, who created the Meg? Like, right.
That is, I'm unsure, but I'm going to keep thinking about it, and
Weird.
I'll come back after we go to this commercial break.
Everyone's doing their part. Mask up. Visit www.cdc.gov for more information.
I wait here by the curb with my old friend Herb, hoping for bottles and cans to fill my car. Plastic's alright, cardboard's a delight. When you recycle, you're doing your part. Surround up all you can to help your fellow man. Keep the planet healthy wherever you roam. You're not acting alone. The earth
Okay, welcome back. It's going to be senior night. Looks like the boys are setting up.
And our 6 seniors are
Yendi Batista, Elton Kenka, Ethan Garcia, Juan Alves, Yusuf Takaway, and Evan Weiskopf.
So I do not know who's going to be first and who's going to be second. They all right there. That's only 5. Where's the 6th? Where's the goalkeeper?
Good question.
Is he not a senior? The goalkeeper?
He is. Don't know where he is though. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Huh? Not sure, but you know, I'm a senior from Liberty this year, and I've known these kids for a very long time.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Tonight is a special night here at Jackson Liberty. We are going to honor our senior soccer players tonight. First up, Yendi Batista.
Oh, there's Yendi.
There he is.
Yendi has been playing soccer since he was 6 years old, and he is a 4-year member of the Liberty Soccer Program. Presently, he is undecided as his future plans. He would like to thank his mom, grandparents, 2 aunts, Gabby and Michelle, 2 uncles, Javier and Jose, little brother Gio, cousins, Emilie, Jorge, and Jose, all his teammates and 2 of his closest friends, Jim and El, of course. Additionally, he thanks his coaches and teachers he has had throughout the years. He thanks all of those for supporting him and pushing him to do better every day. He truly appreciates all of them and thanks them for making his 4 years of high school soccer so memorable.
This is a cute shot of the Mr. Searing, the head coach for Liberty. You know,
I also love the mom shots.
Next up, Elton Kenka. Elton has been playing soccer since he was 5 years old, and he is a 2-year member of the Liberty Soccer Program. Upon graduating, he plans to attend Rutgers University to pursue a career in physical therapy. He would like to thank both of his parents and sisters for always being there. Also his friends on the soccer team for pushing him to do his best.
got Elton Kenka and his mom over there.
Next up, Ethan Garcia. Ethan has been playing soccer since he was 5 years old, and he is a 2-year member of the Liberty Soccer Program. Upon graduating, he plans to attend Rowan University to study music. He would like to thank his mom, dad, and brother for all of his success in high school.
That's Barrett Garcia, Ethan's twin, actually. Known them for a very, very long
Next
time.
up, Juan Alves. Juan has been playing soccer since he was 12 years old, and he is a first-year member of the Liberty Soccer Program. Upon graduating, he plans to attend Universal Technical Institute to study automotive and diesel technology. He would like to thank his mom, his siblings, and all of the family who supported him. Coach Searing and Coach Washington for giving him an opportunity to play for this amazing program, and most importantly, God.
Aw, he's holding the baby.
Next up, Yusuf Takaway. Yusuf has been playing soccer since he was 10 years old, and he is a 4-year member of the Liberty Soccer Program. Upon graduating, he plans to study engineering at one of New Jersey State colleges. He would like to thank his mom and dad, Jeannie and Malak, his brother, Bishoy, and all of his coaches and friends. Lastly, Evan Weiskopf. Evan has been playing soccer since his first grade, and he is a 4-year member of the Liberty Soccer Program. Upon graduating, he plans to study kinesiology and is currently researching programs in the field. He would like to thank his mom, Wendy, and all of his close friends. Ladies and gentlemen, please, let's give a rousing round of applause for your senior Lion soccer players.
I'll give a clap for them.
Of course, of course.
Who's got the maracas? It's like soccer ball maracas. I saw them.
That's cool.
That's actually pretty cool. Alrighty. I always love the seniors, just seeing them with their older members and their family and all that stuff.
Yeah, definitely, you know, and here we got a nice group shot. All the coaches, we got Mr. Searing, I believe that's Mr. Totten, and Mr. Washington. Hey, that's my AP Psych teacher. And all the senior boys. Now that there's a little pause, I actually looked up the nutmeg origin. So nutmegs were such a valuable commodity that exporters who were kind of like frauds, basically, were able to pull a fast one by mixing a helping of wooden replicas into the sack being shipped to England. So because of that, being nutmeg soon came to imply stupidity on the part of the duped victim and cleverness on the part of the trickster. And this is all from Peter Seddon in the Language and Folklore of the World's Greatest Game, soccer, of course, you know. So it actually just means being tricked, and it had origin from like exploring age and the age of exploration, excuse me. And, you know, on that note, of course.
Yeah, I guess that makes sense because you're getting tricked. The ball goes through your leg. And after that being said, make sure you stick around for this second half as we're going to see you back after this commercial break.
Join me, Terry Bradshaw, as I explore all that's new and exciting about the USA and Canada and what people are doing in order to make a difference. It's an easy way to see what's happening across your own country. Welcome to Today in America. The Northeast has played a dominant role in American history and continues to be a major powerhouse today. Join me as we journey to one destination among the original 13 colonies.
Situated about halfway between New York City and Philadelphia, Jackson Township, New Jersey, is one of America's best places to live, work, and to play. Established in 1844, the town was named after President Andrew Jackson. Its primary economic driver at the time was agriculture, and while some farms still exist, Jackson Township has transitioned from a rural to a developing community. Its population has more than doubled since 1980, and today, Jackson Township is home to around 58,000 residents. Known by many as the gateway to the Jersey Shore, it's the largest township in Ocean County and the third largest in the state. It spans over 100 square miles, 8,500 acres of which are considered developable land. All of this room to grow makes Jackson Township a place flourishing with development opportunity. And that's exactly what township leaders and others in the community are working to achieve.
The collaborative effort goes back to our working with the New Jersey State Department of Community Affairs, along with the New Jersey Institute of Technology, College of Architecture, who helped us design and market this strategic plan so we can attract new businesses, actually people to come to Jackson for not only careers, but to live and work here.
With the substantial increase in population, Jackson Township leaders say their residents could use more big business in town, providing the services residents now have to seek outside of town. Jackson Township leaders also say they would like to increase development to provide local employment opportunities and to shift the rateable base from residential to commercial. The township's strong population and its already huge attractor, Six Flags Great Adventure, are working in its favor. One of the first pieces to the township's master plan is the development of a lodging and entertainment venue. The Department of Community Affairs and the New Jersey Institute of Technology College of Architecture and Design are key parts of the project.
Right now, all that Jackson Township needs is a hotel developer to come in, seize this opportunity. The New Jersey Business Action Center is poised to develop a package of incentives for a developer that comes to the state. So we're optimistically looking forward to seeing this development become a reality.
The lodging facility will be the first of its kind at any Six Flags property.
We're very excited about having a lodging and entertainment complex at Six Flags Great Adventure. The reason being is currently almost all of our guests, when they come to visit the park, can't stay because there isn't much accommodation in the area. And so this is actually going to give us the opportunity for them to enjoy the entire complex, both the water park and the theme park on a visit, extend the weekend, or come actually down and spend their vacations here. We're actually looking forward to that.
In addition to the opportunities for commercial development, Jackson Township's residential sector has room to accommodate an additional 5,600 housing units.
Welcome back to the second half of the
now we can actually say it.
of the Liberty Point Pleasant boys varsity game. I'm Emma Canis.
And I'm Steve Ifantis again. If you're just tuning in, Liberty has gotten a 2-0 lead against Point Pleasant. If you're still staying as a member, welcome back. As now, I believe Point Pleasant takes the ball at first.
I believe so. In addition, we just had senior night for the Liberty boys. We saw all of them come out with their parents, siblings, or anyone significant in their life. And, you know, they were honored for all their hard work they put in these past 4 years here at Liberty. It's actually going to be Point Pleasant's ball. I guess Liberty started with it. Didn't realize that.
I'm kind of glad that senior night's during halftime because it's like it gives us something to do during halftime because we just sit there on commercial. It's kind of like I like to commentate and all that stuff.
Yeah.
So it's nice to have something to do during halftime instead of sitting just around for 10 minutes and doing nothing. So it's nice to have that instead of at the beginning of the game.
Yeah, definitely.
As now Liberty will take the throw in here, and I believe that is Youssef. But I could be wrong.
No, that's not Yusuf.
That's Ethan, I think. It's Ethan. Ethan, I think. Evan Wataisky. I can't even talk right now. My lips are getting cold. I'm sorry.
Steve. Okay.
I'm going to go sit in the corner.
Anyways, it's going to be a kick for, it's going to be a punt out by Point's goalie. Liberty's going up the field once again. They were just pretty successful with that run up before, unable to score, but sometimes that doesn't always happen. You know, Steve and I were talking about this earlier, but as it gets colder, the muscles in your body start to tense up, and it's harder to power through and keep running. So I'm nervous to see if everyone will be okay this half. I know earlier we had some people holding their hamstrings and coming out for their legs, but let's hope that they're doing okay this half.
Yeah, that is also true, but now Liberty does have a 2-0 lead against Point Pleasant. And Liberty can play a tiny bit more defense here because they can say, yo, we have 2 goals. You have to score. It's not like you're down 1 where they can play around a little bit.
Yeah.
Point Pleasant has to be on offense the entire game unless if they're not going to score. And Jackson will be like, yeah, you can play around in your own zone. Yeah, that's fine. We're up 2-0. It's not like we're up 1-0.
Yeah, they have a little bit of they have a little more of a lead.
They have that insurance goal.
Yeah, exactly.
The 1-0 is not really that big. The 2-0, you have that insurance goal just to keep anything away from you.
Definitely. The ball's being passed around mostly by Liberty right now. That doesn't mean that Point Pleasant's doing anything wrong. It's just unlucky bounces and not so fabulous defensive moves by Point Pleasant.
Time, Juan.
Passed up the sidelines and kicked right out of bounds by Point. Saw he tried to save it, but it was unsuccessful. It's going to be a throw-in by number 23. Easy throw-in right to Elton Kenka. As Elton moves around, passes it across the field to the defenseman, who passes it up and out of bounds. Throw in for Point, passes, throws it back, and Point kicks it up to the halfway mark. Almost goes out of bounds, but Point saves it. And it's going to be a Point Pleasant throw-in.
We are starting to get to that point of the year now where really it's only going to be hot when the sun's up really now. So it might affect a lot of sports games coming up, especially like the next 2 football games that we're covering.
Oh my goodness.
They're at night, and that's going to be cold games.
I do not like those. Those are the worst. I'm in the band, and the uniforms seem warm, but they are not. They are not at all.
That's a wobbly kick there by number 17 for Point Pleasant.
Yeah, if he just had a little more power and a little more footing on that, that would have been a good shot. Wow, take a look at that punt.
Just gets intercepted by Point Pleasant.
Yeah, that had power behind it. Passes it back to Batista, the goalie, who plays it wide.
Now you got to be careful about that. Once you touch it with your foot once, you can't pick that up as a goalkeeper until another person touches it. So you got to be careful. Should I play with this with my foot, or should I just pick this up? Because I can always drop it and then play with my feet if I want to.
Yeah, you also can't pick it up when it's a deliberate pass back by your own teammates. So
you do have to, when you're a goalie, you don't have all the freedom in the world. You do have some restrictions with your hands and some restrictions on using your hands. But make sure some situations where like that, you might have wanted to pick that up. So maybe you had a little break on you, so you didn't have to be forced to kick it away immediately. But now Liberty will have a corner kick inside of Point Pleasant zone.
It's going to be number 11 taking that kick. Let's see if they could get a goal off of this. Nice kick. Ooh, ooh.
Got to protect the goalkeeper. Is the goalkeeper all right?
I believe so. That was oof.
Wish you had a nice close-up of that.
I know,
like to see that again.
I wish there's a camera like in the goal, you know, in the professional leagues, how they have that little tiny GoPro type thing.
The upper goal cam.
Yeah, I wish that we had one of those. That would have been so cool to see. It's going to be a corner by Elton Kenka.
I think you could put. Nah, that wouldn't work. Oh, the goalie's out, and you might have a shot for Liberty to put one in there. Oh, swing and a miss.
Oh,
another block. That hit the stomach, especially cold. That's going to sting.
It's going to be a ball mark there tomorrow. Ooh, that was a head, but, you know, the momentum just kept. I think that's Evan Weiskopf. I'm not 100% sure, but that momentum kept him going, and he just kind of flattened the Point Pleasant player.
Yes, that was Evan Weiskopf. That was 21 there.
Going to be
one of his last games in this Liberty uniform.
It's such a bittersweet moment. It's a long kick by Point Pleasant. Hits off of the head of Liberty.
I believe that was Nick Malangone.
Passes it up the field.
As now Liberty's got the ball to the left side of the field. 1 man on, 2 men in the box. Liberty's going to try to get across here. Nice move to keep it in. It's going to go out. No, it's going to stay in. Nope, it's going to go out. He called it out.
It's out.
I was like, wait, that's a handball. And then I realized, nope, he's got the arm out. The ref.
It's going to be a
I kind of hate when the ref doesn't blow his whistle sometimes. He just points, and I'm like, yo, but it's still in play. You never blew your whistle. And but he pointed, but it doesn't matter. Point is the same thing as a whistle.
It kind of throws you off, especially if you're not staring directly at the ref. Goal kick that goes to the one side of the field, played up by the defender, but goes right out of bounds for a Liberty throw-in. Intercepted by Point, but Liberty gains it back. It's taking it up the field. Tries to play that through, but is unsuccessful, blocked by one of Liberty's own players. Tries again.
That's a nice ball.
Yeah, nice header too. If there was someone right right on the other side of the 6, that would have been perfect. That would have been a goal right there.
I think that might have been Ethan right there. That he's like, yo, the goalie's gonna take his sweet time.
Yeah.
I'm gonna run after this goalkeeper to make him make a mistake. I'm not giving this goalkeeper 20 seconds to pick up the ball. I'm not doing that.
Yeah, no, and you shouldn't. You know, if you got if you have the opportunity, take it.
There is nothing more scary than someone full speed charging at you. That's what I always used to do as a goalkeeper. I would just fully scream and charge at someone, and like they would miss always because there's nothing more scary than someone charging at you. There's just nothing more scary. Maybe charging at you with a knife or something like that. But maybe that's a little more scary. But for me in a soccer game, there's nothing more scary than someone charging at you at full speed.
Yeah, no, I completely understand. I played goalie for a little bit, and you know, whenever someone was coming at me, I would like make myself appear super big, holding out my hands, doing whatever I could, try to appear bigger and scarier, of course. Not a good collection on that punt. Oop. Looked like someone was on top of the other person. It's going to be a throw-in for Point Pleasant. It's on the Liberty side now, Liberty defensive side. So Liberty takes it up the field. Oh. Let's see, they might have a chance on scoring. Nice through ball to, I think that's Ethan Garcia.
But he's going to be called offside.
Nope, that's Yusuf. I lied. Actually, I can't really see.
That looks like Ethan,
I can't really tell.
From our, is that Yusuf or Ethan?
I think that's Ethan.
Oh.
Not sure.
Get another. Find him. There he is.
Yeah, that's Ethan.
That's Ethan, yeah.
Yeah, so it's going to be an offsides kick for Point here. The goalkeeper's taking it.
Shot, he looks taller, so
yeah,
it gives him
I know.
away for Yusuf, but when we're kind of looking at him on the field, he's like kind of small, so he's like, I'm not saying Ethan's small, but or anything like that. I'm not trying to offend you, but I'm just saying it's like that.
Yeah, you know, it's
our
a
view.
weird perception type thing. Point's able to get the ball in the Liberty defensive zone, running up the field, and
nice kick by Evan.
Yeah, it's looking very 50-50 right now. There hasn't been a true a team that has been in a higher possession than the other, I would say, this half anyway. You know, first half, Liberty definitely had more possession, but this one, it's kind of 50-50. You know, each team has their own moments. Defense is passing it down the line here. Sorry to cut you off.
I would say, though, Liberty's moments have shined brighter.
Yes.
Because they have had way more scoring opportunities. Point Pleasant, I think I've only counted one so far, was that wonky kick.
Yeah.
So, like, Liberty's had 4 or 5 scoring opportunities this half, and we're only about 10 minutes in. So if that's a sign to come, I would think Liberty has a very good shot of putting this game away, but you never want to say anything until the game is over.
Definitely, 100% agree. I heard a whistle. Not sure what it's going to be.
Offsides?
It's free kick? Free kick for Point. Yeah, free kick for Point Pleasant. I think it was a foul.
Yeah, maybe some.
Dangerous play of some
I didn't
sort?
see anything, so I couldn't tell you what the foul could be on, but it looks like it's getting closer towards the 18. No, it's at the 50.
Yeah, it's still at the 50.
Nice ball.
High kick.
Nice header.
Ooh, nice touch away. Able to move that ball and keep it away from Point. Elton Kenka runs up the sidelines, showing off his speed. Passed to James Capucci, I think. See the headband. And kicked out of bounds by Point for a Liberty throw-in. Need like binoculars next game.
Or a magnifying glass.
Oh, that could have been. That
Goalie's
could
out
have
of the
been
net,
bad.
and he's trying to chase that down, and he picks it up.
Nice. No, actually, it
Oh,
goes out of bounds for a corner. That could have been risky. You know, some of those collisions, if they're both going up, it could have been very risky.
But here's the thing, though, is the player's going up with his head, and he's going up with his hand, so it's kind of like, I'm not saying
it's
that's
better.
It's way better than 2 heads going against. Because at
Uh-huh.
least a hand, if he misses, he grabs the head, and he can gently drop the head. If you hit the head by mistake, he's going down, and I don't know what's going on here. Goal kick?
Yeah, I think it was a call change by the refs. It's going to be a goal kick.
And also a substitution on point. Number 9 will be going out for number 24, I believe. 21. I can't tell.
Yes.
24. 24 going in. Number 9 is coming out.
Yeah, Steve, I think we're going to have to invest in some binoculars of some sort.
Yes, we are. Especially when you're up in the booth for the next couple games, too.
Yeah, football, definitely. That would be very helpful. Passed around by Liberty, kicked up the field by Point's goalie. Was able to get ahead on it as Ethan Garcia takes it up the field. Before he takes it up, he brings it around, tries to pass it through to Elton Kenka, but Elton's on the wrong foot, and he just can't move his body that quickly.
Especially with that leg brace on.
Yeah.
That must not be easy to quickly change like that. All his momentum was going one way, and he was like, nope, I wanted to go this way, not that way. It's like, it's very, very hard to change momentum, and only very, very, very few people can do that in the world. And most of them are like NFL athletes, but it's very, very hard to change direction with the same speed.
Especially with the leg brace, they restrict movement in your knees, and for medical purposes, of course. It's not just for fun, but I
don't think anyone would like to do that for
exactly.
for fun.
I believe that's Yusuf that just passed it through to Ethan. Goalie collects it, though.
Ethan scored one, and who scored the other one?
James Capucci.
Yes, James Capucci did.
Both players are still doing an amazing job. Ethan's had some great runs today. So has James, of course. Throw in for Liberty.
I love that camera angle. That's like a nice camera angle, right? Because you get the nice field, and you also get him really focused and really sharp, and that's what I kind of like about our high stand on the field. That's like kind of bringing you all this play-by-play action that we get to see.
Yeah, shout out to Kyle too. He's up there. It's
not fun being up there. I have been up there 1 or 2 times. It's because you got to like move it a certain way, because it's not like more of like a swiggle chair. It's like more of like a weird kind of chair, so it's kind of like hard to move it.
It's going to be a free kick for Liberty, number 15. Giannavi Batista. Good defensive play by Point.
Good offensive attack by Liberty, but it's going to be stolen by Point Pleasant. Oh,
that was a
foul.
Little shoulder to the back type move.
And now, if Point Pleasant would have kept advantage, though, that's not a call because they have the ball. But as soon as Liberty gets the ball and he's still down, that's a foul, though.
It's going to be a free kick for Point because of that foul there. It looked kind of like a shoulder to the back type thing. Be like one of those plays. Nice defense run in and a goal attempt.
That went like over the crossbar, but underneath the crossbar of the field goal. It was like that perfect slot. It was like it was like.
And from every different angle, it looked like it was going somewhere else. Like I could have sworn that was going right down the side, but it wasn't.
You know what the hardest thing to do is? Hit the crossbar. It's actually harder to hit the crossbar than it is to score a goal.
Yeah, I don't doubt that.
Because the crossbar is one solid beam, and the goal is an entire goal.
Yeah.
But more people hit the crossbar than anything this year, especially on Liberty and Memorial this year.
Yeah.
So
yeah, both Jackson teams have been hitting that crossbar quite frequently.
I think they might do crossbar challenge in soccer in their practice. Try to hit the crossbar.
Gonna be a Point throw-in.
Free kick or throw-in? Oh, for the throw-in. He just placed
it
down. It's like, I've never seen a kick out of bounds before, so I was like kind of like weird when that was happening right there.
Oh.
Nice defensive play there.
A nice offensive movement. He was able to keep moving even though he got all tripped up. Really nice.
Oh,
Big
that's a nice
kick.
ball.
But Point gets there quicker and stops it.
I did see that if Liberty would have got that ball, that goalie took 2 seconds to hesitate, and as being a goalie myself, you can't hesitate to go after that ball. Like, you can't run, stop, because now you're stuck in this position, and you can't go back, you can't go forward, and this player's just going to boot it right over your head, and it's going to score every time. So you can't hesitate as a goalie. So if Liberty would have got that ball, that could have been an easy goal there for Liberty.
Yeah, definitely.
Another scoring opportunity.
So,
And in soccer, they don't come, it's not like football or baseball where scoring opportunities come by very quick. Soccer's a very, very hard game to score. It's like hockey.
yeah, definitely. 100% agree. Liberty has it right around the 6, passes it.
Oh, what a save.
It's a nice save. And nice follow-up. Couldn't see who that was, but it was a nice follow-up. You know, the player was able to be there and
Did that goalie
try.
dive forward? Or did he dive to the side? It looked like he dived forward for the save.
It was kind of like diagonally, I
Diagonal?
would say. Yeah, he like forward and to the side. So good dive, honestly. And he was able to save it, and you know that's all that
Yeah.
matters. Doesn't have to be pretty, but as long as it works. Oh, he's lifting up his shirt.
Usually that's what soccer players do. They wipe up the shirt just to dry off the sweat. I'm like, how do they sweat? It's 59 degrees outside. How do they sweat? You never know. They are running around under these hot lights. So
Yeah, you know, whatever. I'm literally sitting here freezing, you know.
she's got a sweatshirt, a varsity jacket on,
And a long sleeve shirt.
and a long sleeve shirt on. Like,
my
she's
sweatshirt.
like, you were like my mom. She was like,
I'm all
I
bundled
must
up.
put things on. Like,
Yeah, I gotta put layers. Layers are key.
I mean, right now I'm chilling right now in some sweatpants and my GTV sweatshirt that I wear with pride every time. One of my favorite sweatshirts is the JTV sweatshirt.
Of course, it's gonna be a kick for Liberty.
Because it keeps you so warm, too. As now Liberty is going to keep the ball. I believe that is James Capuch there.
Think
that
so.
just passed to number 9.
Point
LT
takes
Kanka.
it. Kenka. Point takes
Kenka.
it back. And Point's dribbling it up the field. You know, Liberty's kind of applying that pressure, but not to its fullest extent. It's going to be a throw-in. Yep, it's going to be throw-in for Point. We got about 20 minutes remaining. The
In
score
this.
is 2-0. And this is actually the second half. Steve and I kept calling the first half the second half, so that kind of got a little confusing. But it is the second half, meaning there's only 20 minutes remaining in this entire game. Point has the ball and passes it. Liberty intercepts it, though.
Baseball movement by Liberty there.
Definitely. I think that's number 23 dribbles it up the field.
That is Juan Alves.
Olivares.
He's one of our seniors tonight. Also one of his last games in this Liberty uniform.
Cross by, couldn't see who that was. A nice cross, but
I think that was Ethan.
Ethan, okay. Nice cross, but no one was able to get a foot on it. Elton Kenka attempts to score, but it goes just slightly wide on the bottom.
Ooh, that looked like it hit off number 4, the point plus in number 4. I could be wrong though. I could be wrong. The refs have a way better view than I do, and I'm looking at a screen that's a wide shot. I could be completely wrong. Just from what I saw, it looked like it did hit off number 4 there. So
Goal kick for Point.
oh, he was like, I'm gonna miss this header. He went for it. It was like, oh nope, it went over me.
It's going to be a throw-in for Liberty. Looks like they're getting some subs in, though. Nice throw to Kenka. Passes it to the center. James Capucci collects it. Looking to go for that shot.
Meg.
Yusuf with the shot. I couldn't see where it went, but it looks like it just went slightly wide.
From the parents' reaction from behind me, it was pretty close. They said it looked like it hit the post. I would love to replay it. We had a replay.
Yeah, it's like right by that post. Super super close, but you know, not successful. So it's going to result in a goal kick.
I love the goal design, like where it's white,
I know.
clear, white, clear. It makes the goal stand out more than just all white. I just, in my opinion, it's just very easier to see. It's like, oh, there's the goal because it's white, clear, white, clear. It's not just looking for something white. So.
Yeah, I know in years past, Liberty's had bright orange goals, which are also pretty cool. It's not just, you know, plain white, and it stands out more against any color background.
Not against the sun, though.
Exactly. I was just going to say that. The sun kind of makes it hide a little bit, but when you have that white, and it's actually black netting, so it's white and black, it stands out against any color, any sun changes whatsoever.
Because even if it's really dark, you see the white. Even if it's really light, you see the black. So it's like, you'll see that goal no matter what.
Liberty has the ball. Oh! That was close. And I thought it was still in. That was, wow, that was a play.
That was like, I call that like a flying side kick goal with the foot. Like if he would have scored that, I'm like, my dad, the one thing my dad hated when he coached my brother and I helped him coach, no more flying side kicks.
Yep.
Like when people would do the flying side or the flying kick or the Cobra Kai kick, I call it.
Yeah.
It's like, it's just one of those kicks that is just like, foo.
Yeah. I know
it's not the best kick in the world, but sometimes it can be useful in soccer.
I know you can't see it, but Steve was over here just kicking out the air.
Actually doing the kick motion.
Trying to demonstrate that to me. Nice cross by Elton Kenka, but it's not strong enough to get in. 15 minutes. Whoa, sorry there. 15 minutes left in the game.
That's what I love about commentating. It's just so fun.
It is. It really is.
And you really don't have any stress on you either. Just gotta make sure you pronounce the names right, and you're perfectly fine.
Yep. Elton Kenka's dribbling up. Nice cutaway.
Pretty good.
Goal! Nice goal by number 17, I think that is.
Connor Patrick Urel, if that is number 17. We will check right now.
That.
Save one.
Save one by the goalie. And
then
Connor
here it
Urel shoots it, and it gets right to the other side of the goalie.
It does hit the goalie. I did see it come off his right foot, but he was such in an awkward position where one bad bounce, because it hit here, and it went that way. If it would have hit here, it would have bounced out. So he was in such an awkward position that it just bounced the wrong way, and Liberty got a third goal. I was about to say Point Pleasant got a third goal. I'm not giving Point Pleasant any goals yet. They haven't scored.
Yeah, it was that awkward weight change that the goalie just couldn't do fast enough.
And now Point Pleasant is like desperately need a goal here to try to change anything. Oh, I thought we just saw lightning, but that was some flash photography there.
Yeah, camera flashing. It's going to be a corner for Point, number 6. Let's see. Jacob Bardsley is taking that corner. Nice corner. Andy Batista goes for that grab, but it looks like he got fouled from behind. I'm surprised the ref didn't call that, quite honestly.
You got to protect the keeper.
Yeah.
Especially when he's in his 18.
Yeah, for all the non-soccer people out there, the goalie is highly protected. If anything happens to him, it's basically an automatic foul.
He's kind of like the quarterback in NFL. So if you guys think of all the rules to protect the quarterback in the NFL, that is the goalie of soccer.
Yeah, basically. I'm honestly very surprised that wasn't called.
Why that goalie's in that 18?
Especially
that goalie
in
is
the
basically
6.
Yeah, especially in the 6. That goalie's inside any of those boxes, especially the 6 box. It's that goalie's protected no matter what. No matter if the goalie falls down, it's a foul.
Yeah, I'm.
And now let's get back to some live action here. It's now talking about goalies. They're gonna have a goal kick.
Yeah, there you go.
That was good.
That was a good segue.
I kind of timed that kind of good. I was planning that.
Yeah.
Shh, don't tell anyone, everyone.
Goal kick for Point. They've had a lot of goal kicks. That just shows how many goal attempts that Liberty's had. Passed right to Liberty. Nice footwork by Liberty as they attempt to either pass the ball or go for a shot.
With a little under 13 left to play in this second half of play, Liberty's up 3-0. They're looking like they're starting to pull away from this game, but I shouldn't say anything yet because I have seen some bad things that have happened when I've spoken too soon. So this game is not over yet, but Liberty is starting to play a little more dominant defense, and we have a man down that is not getting up.
Yes.
Now he's getting up. Oh, offsides. Sometimes that can be a killer.
Of course. That was a good run, though. I mean, I couldn't see, but that was a good timed run by Elton.
I mean,
we're going to look at that again, actually, because I'm curious. Let's see. I don't know.
We don't really get that. There's the foul.
That was the foul.
But the ref was standing even with the last defender. So like that's where he's supposed to stand. So if the player was behind, the defender, it's an offsides call because he's behind.
Of course. I think that foul. I'm gonna try to explain it. Kind of looked just kind of like a 50-50, but maybe a carry through. And then, sometimes things just hit wrong, especially when it goes from hot to cold in a matter of an hour. Sometimes it just, those little touches and those little hits can take a big toll.
And you never had a chance to adjust. Like, if you would have had like a longer halftime, you could have been like, all right, this is how we have to play now. But they didn't really. They had like a 10-minute halftime, and then they had like 5 minutes of senior time. So it was like they didn't have that much time to prepare for the new weather changes. So like now you have to get adjusted during this game, and that could hurt you because you're not supposed to be adjusting during the game. You're supposed to be dominating during the game. And nice header there for Liberty.
It was coming off of a nice kick by Batista over there. He picked it up and then put it right back down for a kick. Did you know when I broke my ankle a while ago, my doctor actually said that more people break their ankle in silly ways, like stepping off a curb or off the stairs or something, than sports, which was surprising. And it can actually show that those little tiny moves gone wrong in sports events can actually do more damage than physical playing. So that little, foul that we couldn't really tell what happened could have been something bigger happening inside.
I have never known that you've actually had more broken ankles from stepping off a curb or walking up a flight of stairs than during sports. Like I would think like during sports, especially during soccer, with slide tackles, one bad hit to the leg is just like, oh, there's a snapped ankle. But
no, it's a lot more common than you think in those simple simple events, I guess you could say.
Well, at least a broken ankle is way better than a broken anything else, because a broken ankle heals in about 2 weeks, 2 to 4 weeks.
Yeah, of course you got to be careful, but I mean, hey, you'd rather have a broken ankle than like a broken skull or something, Well,
it depends on if you don't need screws. if you need screws, then it's something serious. But if it's just like, it's just broken, where it's just not attached anymore, and you're just gonna take 2 to 4 weeks to heal. Yeah, it's gonna take 2 to 4 weeks to heal.
Seen some nice movement. Liberty kind of seems to be slowing down the ball, but they're still being successful. I think they realize that, hey, there's like a little more than 8 minutes left in the game. We're up 3-0, so we could slow down, take a more defensive mindset here, but they're still playing very offensively.
The clock stopped before. It's now have like 9:55 left on that clock. Maybe they stopped it for the injury, maybe? I'm not sure.
Though.
I don't know whose clock to trust, ours or the game clock.
I'm not sure. No offense, but whoever has been running that clock hasn't been the most accurate recently, so not sure what's going to happen. Elton Kenka is holding that, drives into the 18, possibly another scoring opportunity, spoke too soon. It's going to be a goal kick.
I think the refs are just going to roll with that game clock right now. I think there's actually 9 minutes left in this game.
Yeah, it's
9:15.
9:15 minutes. Not 9:15 minutes. Wow. Yeah.
That's a long time. That's almost like
915 minutes, guys.
There is 24 hours in a day, 60 minutes in an hour. I can't do math in my head right now.
It'd be a lot.
It's just that'd be almost like over like a couple weeks.
Yeah.
Maybe a week. As now, Point Pleasant here will be taking a throw in here. And Point Pleasant, any chance to get back in this game, they have to score quick, and then they have to score quick again. They have to get 2 quick goals, because especially with 8 minutes left in this game, it's still not over. Being up 3-0 is like, you have those 2 insurance goals, but Point Pleasant has to get 2 quick scores on Jackson to swing the momentum back into their favor. But Jackson right now has been the dominant team. Since they scored that 3rd goal, they haven't been really letting up, and Jackson just had to take, as you saw in the beginning of the second half, Jackson wasn't the same Jackson coming out of halftime.
Yeah.
Going into halftime, they were a different team, and I think it was the reason of the cold.
Yeah.
But once they adjusted to the cold, because Jackson definitely plays in this weather all the time, maybe not Point Pleasant Beach, because they're on the beach and they're more of like weather. No offside? There's
the offside. It's a little delayed. I heard a faint whistle, but I don't really know.
Still 7:42, and the clock has stopped. Now it's rolling again.
Yeah, I don't know. This.
I'm gonna the refs are just going with that clock right now, so I'm just gonna go with that clock right now. But we could be right, but
yeah,
we never know.
I'm not 100% sure what's going on, honestly.
Well, the refs always have a stopwatch too, so like they have their own stopwatch, so the refs know how much time's left in this game. So now Point Pleasant is just trying to get some type of offense, and they just can't. And just Jackson is just, right now. If I'm Jackson, just play keep away.
Yeah, honestly.
That's a nice ball.
That was a nice lead.
Oh, what a save!
That was a great save, and Liberty tries again. Unsuccessful as Point Pleasant's defense is able to get back. That was a nice save.
Yes.
Wow.
What I did say about on Tuesday, I remember you probably remember, you got to clean up the garbage. And that's a garbage right there. Ethan could have done something with that if that was placed any more towards the center of the field. That was placed more towards the outside, but that was placed more towards the center. It was just that could have been dangerous there for Point Pleasant. I don't know why he stopped there. That was weird. It was like hut.
Allende comes out, clears it up the field, goes right to Liberty. And Elton passes it out wide for number 2.
Nice head.
Nice clear out by Batista in goal.
With the remaining 5:30 left on this clock.
Throw in for Point. Liberty tries to bring it into the Point side, but unsuccessful. So they play back.
That header could have been dangerous there if that could have got a through ball. A nice defensive play by Nick Malangone there. Nice defensive play by Juan as well.
Oh, it's 2v1, and Liberty came out unvictorious there in that little mini game, I guess. I don't really know what to call it, but Liberty's offense is running up the field now toward the Point's goal. Passes it back. Now, breakaway for Liberty. Unsuccessful.
You had a 3-on-1 there. How'd you not score? And we got 2 men down.
That was a rough play. Sometimes it needs defense. We're going to look at that again and see what happened.
Oh, Nick, that was Nick Malangone.
Yeah, that was a rough one.
At least they both got up, thank God.
Yeah,
they both got up, and
it looks like Point's player is going to go out, though. It looked like he landed on his head or something, and the head injuries always got to be watched. So I'd rather them be safe than sorry.
Because I think he flipped when Nick shot. the Point Pleasant player like slipped, right? And then Nick just tripped over him, and
Yeah.
then he hit his head, and then the Point player, when he slipped, he just banged his head. As you saw in the replay, he just banged his head against the ground. So it's like head injuries is just one thing that you head, neck, and back is just and
always
hammies you do not mess with. Those are the 4 parts of your body you're like, yep, my head hurts, not touching it. My neck hurts, not touching it. My back hurts, not touching it. Because those have some vital organs in those parts.
Yeah, those are necessary.
Your brain, your spine, your chest.
Yeah.
So
it was a corner by Liberty. It was a beautiful corner and attempt for a goal. It was pretty close too, but the goalie was able to just tap it right out, and his defense was able to, step it up and get the ball out of that zone.
And Liberty is looking for their first Golden Goose now. For another Golden Goose shutout of the game of the year. They had their last one against Memorial, the 1-0 shutout against Memorial.
That was a nice game.
Yes, that was a really nice game. They both played very tough teams. Memorial and Liberty both played very tough, and just Liberty came out on top for the first time in, I believe, 20 years.
Yeah, it was, first time since the program started. So it started in 2006, so it's been about 15 years. Yeah. Liberty's definitely slowing down the ball, taking more time, using that. We got about 3-ish minutes left.
Because they're not in a rush, though. They're more of like,
Exactly.
they're not like, why do we need to score? We don't need to score. We could have 6 or 4. They have 4 people back right now. And 2 of the midfielders are going to drop back, too.
Yeah.
And in this late in the game, you start to get tired a lot, too. So you're just going to start playing a lot more defense. Because you're tired and you're like, yeah, I'm not running.
Yeah, and hey, defense runs, but it's easier if you have more people back, less running for you. It's, they're still keeping that offensive mindset and trying
never
for
take that
different.
away,
Yeah,
of
exactly.
course, but
You're trying for more opportunities, but if it doesn't happen, it doesn't happen. Hey, it's fine. Nice lead. Ooh, that was a little like a bounce right off. Not sure what the call is going to be. Think it's going to be a throw-in for Liberty.
I believe so.
Yeah, it went out of the side, not the back. Oh. Liberty moving around with the ball. And Point has like 4 players on one. And, Liberty was able to come out of that and go for a nice, easy shot. Unsuccessful, of course.
We're now entering the final 2 minutes of this final half of play in this Liberty versus Point Pleasant soccer match. 3-0, Liberty came on top. If you're just tuning in, Liberty is up 3-0. And if you're a recurring member, stay tuned to watch the final 2 minutes of this game.
Yeah, we've seen an amazing fight by both teams here, but Liberty's just had those
better opportunities, I would say.
Better opportunities and more success when finding the back of the net.
And also, they've had a little luck their way too.
Oh,
they've gotten the bounces. Like the first 2 goals, I'm not taking anything away from them. Were just lucky bounces that they got. James Capucci's goal, the goalie was out of place. Was a lucky bounce, got in. That last goal that was just scored, the goalie was out of place. Lucky bounce, got in.
Yeah.
It's just maybe if those bounces go the other way, Liberty's only up 1-0 right now because their first goal was all true skill, in my opinion.
Yeah.
I'm not taking anything away from Liberty. They scored 3 goals. I'm not taking that away from them. But I'm just saying 2 of their goals came off of lucky bounces.
Yeah, like those bounces are pure coincidence. You never know what's going to happen, but the skill really shines when you know what to do with that awkward bounce. Like they were able to
find the back of the net.
Yeah, they were able to find the back of the net, and that's what is good. Getting that awkward bounce is always a struggle, but they were able to successfully get a goal off of that, and hey, that's what counts, right?
Yeah, of course that's what counts. Oh, that's a nice ball.
Yeah, Liberty's moving it around. Elton Kenka bringing it all over the field. Goalie gets it. There's like a few seconds left in the game.
The goalie's just going to hang on to it.
And that's it, folks. Thank you for tuning in for our senior night for Point Pleasant and Liberty.
With the final score, Jackson Liberty 3, Point Pleasant Beach 0.
Nice shutout by Allende Batista.
We wish you all a safe ride home and an enjoyable weekend.
All right. Thank you very much for that.
Yeah, thank you. It was an amazing game by both teams. Liberty was able to come out successful finding that back of the net. We were just talking about that. Yeah, it was an amazing senior night and an amazing game. I'm Emma Canis.
And I'm Steve Ifantis, and we will see you tomorrow for Jackson Day at Johnson Memorial Park. Have a good night, everyone.